I have been checking my horoscope like every day. I want to say I don't even know if I'm gonna post this because my mom's cooking and she's also on the phone. She's a little loud. If I listen through and she's just like way too loud, I don't know. But I don't wanna. I still want to get this out there. So anywho, I've been looking at my I use CoStar a lot, which is an astrology app. I know a lot of people don't typically believe in it. I don't necessarily like put all my trust into it. I take everything with a grain of salt, but I do think sometimes it can be a little bit of good guidance. And I'm Sagittarius, pride down. One thing about me is I go off the facts, and I know that I just Sagittarius. We're just the best. That's all I'm gonna say. Anywho, CoStar kept clocking me. It just kept being like, you are making yourself the victim and you're putting yourself in situations where um or yeah, it kept saying like your belief that you're the victim is like basically making you like isolate yourself, and it's making you um go through all these emotions and these extra unnecessary emotions on purpose. And I was honestly taking offense to some of it, and I was also just very confused because I was like, what 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 do you mean by that? Like, how have I, how do you, I don't know. I understand how you can make yourself the victim, but I just think with all the things going on in my life, like, there's no way. There's no way. Sorry, I got a text. But, but yeah, basically they just kept clocking me like all week. Every time I would check, they would just keep, sometimes, well, if you use CoStar, it'll like, sometimes it'll give you like your guidance or your astrology, your message for like the week. So for the week, it was that. It was like, you're making yourself the victim. And it kept saying that, and it was saying it's because you think you know everything, you think you know the laws of the world, you think you know everything, you think you know how to get through everything, you think you know the answer and the key to everything. And I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Of course, right? That's how you respond to that. Like, you think I don't think I know everything. I know I don't know everything. I know, right? So that's how I reacted to it. Obviously, I'm just reading this like astrology thing. Like, it's nothing crazy. Like I said, it's not like I'm not gonna take it and go live my life because they like that, because they said I'm making myself the victim. But I was reading into it, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. Like, why are they saying that about my sign? Why are they saying that about Sagittarius? And basically, I'm here right now because I just had something happen where, like, I think I'm more sensitive than like I entail. All my life, I just like walk this world. Wow. All my life, I like walk this world. And like people would tell me, when I say people would, people still do. Like I was just told less than 30 minutes ago that I can't be told anything. Can't nobody talk to me. And they might be right. I don't know if being, I don't know. Also, I'm a little bit like confused because there's one thing, there's like being sensitive, and then there's like just not wanting to hear hurtful things from people you care about, or not hurtful things, but things that just kind of like make your heart pang a little bit. Like, am I overreacting? These are some of the thoughts that were like going through my head when um this person that I was talking to like said the thing. It wasn't hurtful, if anything, it was a jokeful thing. It was a little joke. But I instantly felt my heart twist a little, my heart panged a little, and I start questioning myself, questioning myself. And I'm like, in my head, I'm processing in my head, like she said it, like they said the joke, and like 30 seconds later, my face like drooped. I was smiling, I was like talking, I was like, yeah, I'm doing this, and my face just dropped. And I just started thinking like, am I tweaking? Am I overreacting? Is this really, why am I letting this bother me that much? It's a joke. And the first thing I came to conclusion was like, oh, they basically like it's their fault. Like they don't know me like that. And well, that could be true. Like I said in the last video, I just like am in the area where I just don't know a lot of things. And I just like, so yeah, I'm like, in the last video that I posted, I was saying like I'm in a point in time where I'm like intellectualizing and over analyzing and thinking about every little thing that happens. If it brings me any type of like discomfort, any bad emotion that I don't want to feel at that moment, I just like have to get down to the nitty gritty. And that's a really good thing. It's like it's a good thing. It's how you get through life. It's how you get through things without going through cycles, you know? But it's not always basically I was doing it right in front of them. So my face, I'm someone who cannot for anything, for anything. You're gonna know that if I'm irritated, bothered, angry, sad, happy, whatever, you're going to know. I cannot do There's nothing I could do to stop my face from like showing exactly how I feel. So I'm in my head like confused. Like what this person said shouldn't hurt me that bad, but it does. You know what I'm saying? Or not even hurt. It just bothered me. Like I'm fine. But and there's like a whole, it's situational. It's like a whole different situation tied to the person that I'm like referring to, but this happens like a lot with friends too. Like you hear, or when you're in a relationship, you hear like your significant other say something, and it just kind of makes sure you just kind of like your heart kind of drops to your butt, and you're like, what? And you can't help but just like freeze, like you go into fight or flight mode, and you're just like, what do I do? What do I even say? What do I do? And I was just talking about that the other day. Like, I feel like I have different way. Well, we all do, right? But like, I was kind of deciphering my different ways of like reacting to things. And I was like, as we all have fight or flight, like fight, flight, or freeze, I'd be freezing, and I froze. And I flight right after. I freeze and then I flight. So I left because I don't want to go through that and process this right in front of this person. So now I'm here and I'm doing this podcast. And sorry if y'all hear that, but like, I don't know. And I don't know a lot of things, and I don't like the fact when I don't know. I don't like the fact when I don't know. I'm aware that I don't know everything, but when I get told that or taught that, or if a lesson, something happens and it's like, you don't know what to do in this situation. You don't really know how to react to that. You don't really know how to handle that like you think you say you do. I don't know if I kind of reached it a little in my last couple of videos, but I have kind of been like isolated since spring semester started. I'm back at home right now. So, and I've been isolated a little bit more. This is actually like, I've been thinking about that a lot too. I'm usually the type of person to purposely isolate myself, purposely remove myself from situations and people for like a sustained amount of time. But this is a point where I'm just like, this was not, I had nothing to do with this. If you would have asked me to, if you would have told me I would be at home and not where like I was supposed to be or originally supposed to be, I would not have believed you. But yeah, so I'm going to another school, the primary school that I go to. I'm taking a break from, so I'll be returning there in a little less than a year now. I think it's like 8 months. It's actually going by fast. 2024 is going by so quick, kind of ish. January moved like a sloth, and then February and March have completely zoomed by. But anyway, I've been isolated, and the primary school that I attend has obviously like my friends, the school, everything still lives on. And in the beginning, when I was first separated from the school and my friends that are at the institute at that school, I was like keep trying to keep up with them, like, oh, I'm gonna stay on social media and I'm gonna talk to everybody and I'm gonna call everybody and text everybody all the time. Obviously I'm still in school, so I'm just not there. So I'm still busy. And, that obviously did not work out. Things happened, midterms instantly like swiped me off my feet. And once again, I was like isolated by default. But anyway, I haven't been on social media. And when I say social media, I really just mean Instagram. But I haven't been on Instagram because that's where like all my local friends are. And truly, to be honest and vulnerable, and that's how social media works. Like, they're getting their money's worth, honestly. But yeah, to be vulnerable, I could not keep seeing them in the clubs that I was attending, in the events and the parties, and the, even sometimes I go to these parties and these functions, and I still feel left out. I still feel weird. I just feel like weird energy. And at first I was like, I'm protecting my peace. I'm deleting Instagram because I don't want I'm also going, let me just put a little bit more context in there. I'm also kind of, or I'm still going through a breakup. I'm like healing from a breakup that also happened in January. And I also also started taking a break from my primary school in January as well. So like two breakups in one. And so I'm like seeing the person, like my ex, like on social media, and then I'm seeing everybody just, on social media, everybody posts when they're at their best. So I'm seeing everybody at their best. And I'm like, hey, I can't do it. This is not real. I felt like I don't resonate with that. So I'm like, why do I can't look at this anymore. And I kind of got on myself. I was like, are you just insecure? Can you just not see people have fun? Can you not see, people enjoy themselves? Can you not see your friends enjoy themselves? Do you feel a threat to your relationship, with your friends, with that institution? Like, what's wrong? Why are you running away from this? And don't get me wrong, to detox from social media anytime, whether it's because you're insecure or not, is a great thing, because social media it'll get you. That's what I was saying. I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and even not just locals, but like it's celebrities as well. I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And the thoughts that are going through my head are not comforting me, not benefiting me, not inspiring me. I'm not seeing anything. Like, everything that I feel like I've been consuming has just been BS. And I think I was doing that. Like, I was like realizing that as I scrolled. Like, y'all all are going through it. And y'all are posting down. Like, y'all ain't. And I couldn't deal with that. And that's fine. But I couldn't keep seeing that. I felt like I was going insane. It felt like I was going through I was in two different realities every time I got on social media. And one of them is a reality that I miss, right? I'm grieving from this school, from this person, or like I'm mourning the absence of this person, grieving or mourning. I don't know which one. But I'm missing the absence of this institution, of this school, of these events, of this club, of my friends. I'm not able to see them as much. I just can't, But I was like, are you just sensitive? Because I've been on social media for a while now, and now a new recurring question is, because at first I would just be like, I'm protecting my peace. Nobody can tell me anything, right? This is for me. But lately I've been like, how are you going to heal if there's no triggers? Sometimes you think you're healed, and you get around that person, that thing, that, whatever, and you're like, wait, and you're ready to fold. You're ready to go into temptation, fold into temptation, give into temptation. So, even when like social media and insecurities is a whole nother situation, because the reason I've been off social media is because of like what I just said, like the breakup, the separation from school, friends. I couldn't do it. But usually before, I've always chopped it up to me being like insecure, like I can't see these people, have, enjoy life, have fun. But that's so not true. Like, I don't want to keep saying that I'm like insecure. Like, that's not true. But there's something in my chest that makes me feel a certain type of way when I see them, Or when I see that opportunity that I had in my hands at one point being someone else's, you know? Or when I see something that I just knew I was going to do, someone else is doing it, you know? Something I knew was going to last, didn't. I don't know. I think I hit a whole bunch of topics today. And I think this is going to be longer than the last one. And I may even come back with another one because I'm not done. So yeah.